Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faith Block Lights, we take a look at this. And what this is, from Pax Peppers, we have one of the rarest sauces that I think I've done on the blog or in this series. The Cosmic Peach Chilehead Reserve. The Cosmic Peach I have done, the regular one. That is habaneros, and this is the reason. The pepper that's in here is the reason why this is so rare. And we'll get to that in a second, actually. So let's take a look here at the ingredients first. So we have the hybrid peppers, the CGN 21500 X, the crossover with SB7J, which is itself a crossover with Scotch Bonnet and 7-Pot Jonah peppers. I don't think I've ever had a 7-Pot Jonah anything. I have had some of the other Pax Peppers, CGN 21500 though, I believe. I'd have to go back and look, but I think I have. We also have peaches, vinegar, honey, lemon juice. So here's the story. So we're saying the Chilehead Reserve is taken to the next level. It's our very own hybrid, which I just mentioned, and grown in the Cosmic Space Garden, of course. And then we have Palisade California peaches, and a limited edition of this. And so this, once this is gone, it is gone. And he made, I think, 93, 98 bottles, something like that. I don't know how many are left, but when they're gone, they're gone. They're never coming back. Hotter and packed with more pepper flavor. So I'm of two minds about that, actually. I don't know that it's a lot hotter. All right. So let's have a look at it in the spoon. So the CGN 2500 is definitely not hotter than the habaneros. And I don't know about 7-Pot Jonah. It's probably super hot if I had to guess. But it is crossed with a Scotch Bonnet. The Scotch Bonnet itself is lower than habanero. So I don't know. I don't think I actually find this sauce hotter than the original. They're honestly, I think, fairly close. But you can see here, it kind of looks like a light orange applesauce, actually. It's got lots of chunks in there. It's a decent looking sauce. It is, it's a little bit light though, and that's in tone, in that sort of way, as you can see here. And we'll just have a spoonful of a sauce that the world will never see again. Definitely get a lot of pepper flavor. It's that spoonful was quite punchy. And like the other Cosmic Peach, sometimes you get really pepper forward parts, and sometimes you get more of a peach. That one was very pepper forward. All right. Just got tendies today. And like the other one, I do wish this was more fruit-based sweet hots. I really feel like fruit should be the more prominent flavor. This does have a really strong punch to it, though. What's interesting is it sometimes feels milder. That particular spoonful didn't. And sometimes very abrasively hot, but there is definitely some notes of like Scotch bonnet or habanero here. What's interesting about this is it takes me back a little bit to when I first started encountering habaneros a lot. I've got a sort of esophageal burn that is very reminiscent of super hots right now. Kind of wild. But so back when I first started having habaneros with greater frequency, mouth was fine, stomach was fine, but it took my lower intestines, the sort of guts part of things, a while to adjust to habaneros. It was so weird. Because I'd have forgotten that I already had a sauce with habaneros. But I would be reminded the next morning. So those bites were more of a blend of peach and the peppers. I eventually got more used to it, obviously. And like a lot of super hots just never did that. But then the Reapers came along, and those have their own little idiosyncrasies of my body chemistry. It's just kind of weird how certain peppers react with me internally. This one takes me back to those sort of old days with the habaneros. Time my dinners very well today. I'm starting to get full. Maybe we'll go half here. This is definitely a really intriguing sauce. I can't say I've ever had a pepper flavored quite like this before. I just wish it was heavier on peach. You know, that's the, again, it's one of the things I like most about just doing this is that, you know, the sort of archival nature to things. I mean, hot sauces can come and go. I think there's value in preserving at least a record of them as much as I can. Yeah, the flavor of this is much more pepper forward than anything else. It has some bitter, super hot notes, but a lot of a sort of tropical pepper vibe of like a Scotch bonnet or a habanero. But those are very, very, very forward. Pepper is the first ingredient, and I think that is probably likely. They're by far the more dominant flavor here. I would have, I would have wished for peaches and honey to be up front a lot more than they are, but it is definitely a super unique sauce, and I mean, I'll enjoy it while it's here for sure. But I mean, it does kind of fall into that category that, you know, I always want fruit-based sweet hots to be a certain way, and this one is definitely not quite in that arena. But if you are interested in having a sauce with a pepper that is kind of like a one-time only sort of deal, there may be some bottles of this left. I don't know. I found mine cruising the shelves of BYT. But you might have to, if you don't have one of those locations near you or within 100 miles of you, then you might need to go to the website and order if there's still any available. I don't know, they might be gone by now actually. But yeah, I think this one for me is just more interesting and more, I guess, the sort of historical aspect of it, I suppose. Just the kind of one-off nature of it. The uniqueness I think stands out maybe more than anything else to me. But I do think the pepper does have a kind of distinctive flavor. And I do wish it was around a little bit more, just because I think this could be, I think you could do some really interesting stuff with it. But I don't know. I don't know if other people are still doing stuff with the CGN 21500s or the SB7J. Like I said, I have not seen either. Well, I mean, I have seen the CGN before, but not the other one. That one is really new to me, and it's always fun to try new stuff. And we'll just leave it there. So that was the Pecked Peppers Cosmic Peach Chilehead Reserve Hot Sauce. Number 4. In peace, to serve the flame.